My name is Anna. I first serve as a full-time staff in English service since 2001. And then later on, I also joined some mission trip to Vietnam, reaching out to training the teachers in children ministry skill in Vietnam. And it was very meaningful to me. I think from there on, I really felt that doing mission should be something that we can, be part of our life on a regular basis. There was one day we were having this English service full-time staff meeting, and Sister Christine updated us about the needs in Gelang, Patah. And as she finished sharing, she turned to me and just said, "Anna, you go lah." And I was taken aback. It's like, I never thought of doing, Chinese work because it's not my main language. And I replied her straight away, "No lah, it's Chinese work." And at that moment, the Lord just spoke, and this is His word, 2 words, "Why not?" And that really caught my attention because I remembered many years ago, the Lord actually led me to come back to Malaysia. I was in an overseas posting, and this was His words. "I want you to go back to your own country, where you come from, to serve among your people, your own people." That was a firm call from the Lord to say, "Come back." The lesson had to be prepared in Chinese, so this was my struggle. Because I don't read, I don't write, and have to prepare lessons. So sometimes it was very tedious when I have to use Google, I have to ask around in order to prepare the lesson. And also later on, we have some Indian children who comes in, and we have to prepare, or rather I have to use BM, which also is a language that I felt that it's a bit rusty because I don't use it so much. And the other challenge is the travel. And I felt that sometimes it's very sleepy. So I have to fight this sleepiness. So these are some of my struggles. But later on I found out that the Lord spoke about this because there was one stage I felt that maybe it's time to stop. Gelang Patah, maybe the Lord wanted me to move on. And the Lord spoke to me about my heart, and I felt that this was really the issue, the real issue of why I faced so much struggle in the ministry. I felt that the Lord spoke to me that, you actually favored CBC, the children ministry in church. And my reply was, of course. I've served children ministry CBC for 18 years. Naturally, I have a soft spot, for CBC compared to this Gelang Patah, which is actually fairly new. And the Lord spoke. The Lord says, "Good, do the same with the work in Gelang Patah." And surprisingly, all these struggles that I have seems to just went off because my heart is right. My most rewarding moment is to see the children change, grow, and then coming in. Sometimes it can be, very small thing. We have this Indian boy, and he's actually a bit autistic. When he came in, he was running around, in the hall, and we cannot communicate because he mainly speaks Tamil. But later on, I think it was less than 3 months, we saw him his first greeting when we fetched him from their home, from his whole house, is he will open the door and just say, "Cikgu, Jesus!" He will say things like that. And this child is like, even though we seem to talk so much, but he seems to get the main thing, which is Jesus. He greeted us with Jesus. And this child will insist that he go to the front, not to disturb, not to run around, but to sing. And then sometimes they will sing so loud and clap so loud, so responsive. The worship leader, I felt they are encouraged by these responses. I feel that everybody can be involved in mission. Oftentimes we think that mission can be like, you need to be trained up, you need to have like certain, quality or criteria. But in fact, every one of us have one very important asset, which is our time. And we can invest this time, this invaluable time, to mission, God's kingdom, and you will reap rewards eternally. Start with praying. Ask the Lord to, speak into your hearts, to let your hearts be soft for the lost souls. The Lord do wonders when we start to pray and recognizing that we are not ready and ask the Lord to help us because we want to be ready. I just felt that you just begin where you are ready, where you are at the starting point.